960 The Patriot. You are back on The Straight Scoop, and I'm your host, Chadwick Burks. And Gil, am I reading my screen right that Frank did call in?
Frank is here, yes.
All right, so we're going to remind everyone of the rules we had. We said each reviewer is going to get up to 90 seconds. The movie they were supposed to review was what, Gil?
It was the Boy in the Boat, I believe.
Boy in the World.
Yes,
Boy in the World, okay. And we'll just go from there. So Harley, you're right out the gate. So Gil, get his timer ready. You ready to roll?
All right, let's do it.
All right, so you ready to start the clock, Gil? And go for it.
Okay, party people. Well, today we're going to do Dirty Grandpa. It's a great family film, but just don't bring the whole family to this one, okay? Rated R, I would say just put a second R in there for straight-up raunchiness. There's so much swearing and cursing that I can't even quote a thing that Robert De Niro's character says in this movie. His words and ways of expressing himself sound the cross between the comedy of Ralphie May with Sick and Twisted of the great Andrew Dice Clay. Seeing Robert De Niro play this sex-driven maniac was awesome, though. It was pretty much what I came here for, and I'll tell you what, this man delivered. Somehow he's been kept away from his grandkids. Robert has been labeled as the black sheep of the family. Zac Efron comes into this picture, well, not knowing the whole story of Grandpa. Zac's hoping he could just help out his grandfather in his time of need. They go on a road trip, ends up taking a detour to Daytona Beach. Okay, that's right, you know what that means. Lots of booze, lots of bikinis, and jail time. Yeah, jail time. Some great scenes of them partying on the beach, at the club, and back at the hotel. And then, of course, seeing that one guy who passes out only to wake up with his face tagged up with a black Sharpie. What it actually says, I really can't say without being fired from this radio gig. It's directed by Dan Mazer, did work on Borat, Bruno, and The Dictator, which kind of makes a lot of sense of the sick and twisted humor of this film. Giving it an 8 out of 10, love Robert De Niro, really didn't care for Zac there. Special shout out to Evil Betty, glad you're feeling better. And she also told me that she didn't believe a word you're saying about her last week there, Chad. She says, and I quote, "It's not easy being evil," end quote. So just be careful, okay? And she says, well, basically, she likes me a lot better than you. And, well, that's that.
Okay, so Gil, he made it in the time, right? He made it in 90 seconds.
Yep, he did.
Nice, perfect. All right, so there you have it. Even though he didn't review the movie we were both supposed to review, that he was assigned.
No, he fell short on that.
All right, so we'll take that into consideration. Do we have Frank on the line now? Frank, are you there?
Chad and the Weasel, 9-6-2, morning blue. Hey, Chad, you remember that jingle?
Yeah. Once again, Frank, there is no Chad in the Weasel, but okay.
I love this Weasel character, man. This is great.
Those are simpler times, boy, I tell you what.
So, Frank, you're supposed to do this Boy in the World review as well. So you heard Harley's, so jump right in. Let's go.
Well, I got some good news and I got some bad news there, Chad.
Okay, what is that?
Well, the bad news is I think I saw the wrong movie. I knew it was something under something, and I went to the old Dollar Theater there, but I saw Alvin and the Chipmunks. But I think the good news is, though, that I think my movie was a whole lot better than whatever that lady was talking about there.
Okay.
This
burn.
Movie, for those who don't know, the Chipmunk movies, the Chipmunk movies surround a man named Dave Seville. And this Dave, he's a bit of an unsuccessful music producer and musician. And he comes across these singing chipmunks, you see, and he sees kind of an opportunity for him to make some money off of their singing talents. And he only has to pay them peanuts, literally. Well, anyway, he's kind of like that Barry Gordy, what he did to those Motown singers, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, anyway, this is the fourth Chipmunk movie in the series. And in this one, Dave has to leave the boys at home while he goes on a trip with his new gal pal. But the boys don't really like this lady. So what they do is they hatch a plan to kind of follow them and break up any potential marriage proposals going on. I don't want to go into a lot of detail here, Chad. I don't want to do any spoilers, but let's just say there's like a whole bunch of planes, trains, automobiles kind of hijinks and go on. And in the end, the boys find out that it was kind of a big misunderstanding about the potential marriage proposals. So kind of like one of them Three's Company episodes. You ever see that Three's Company episode where there was a misunderstanding, Chad?
That was pretty much everyone that existed. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was kind of like that one. Anyway, overall, I thought this movie was fantastic.
Okay, Frank, you got to hold on because you're out of your time here. But can you hold on for 1 second? We'll be back from the break, so just stay on the line. All right.
All right then.
Okay. Monkeys with stuff just like crazy right and left. All right, so we do have a lot more content to get into, but first I got to resolve tie up this whole Harley Quinn challenge, whatever thing. So let me. Is Frank? Are you on the line still?
This is Frank. Hello.
Okay, Frank. Here's the thing, Gil, and you're kind of the judge of this show because you're the only one that has any integrity. So I was going to disqualify Harley immediately for seeing the wrong movie, but then Frank saw the wrong movie too. So
I tried to see the right movie at least.
Oh, you tried to see the right movie at least?
Well, I thought I had seen the right movie.
Okay. Well, anyway, so what we'll do, we'll have to throw it to the masses. So before I let them dive into whatever, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put both reviews on the Facebook page with a little voting thing, and you guys vote on who gave a better review. Do you think Harley's review was better over the Dirty Grandpa, or was Frank's review better over Alvin and the Chipmunks, which I didn't even know was in the theaters?
Well, it's Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip. It's the fourth movie.
Road Chip?
Road Chip.
Okay. So you guys can vote on it, and then we'll go from there. But Harley has just been chomping at the bit. He wants to say something.
Well, okay, Frank, you seem really familiar. I mean, I love your interview. I thought it was really great, but you sound just so familiar. Like this guy I grew up with. He sounds like the guy that he sells propane and propane products. You know this guy? Have you ever heard of him? Heard of him before? No.
What? What's she talking about, Chad?
He said that you sound like a person that sells propane and propane products.
No. I'm retired.
Yeah.
No, you don't have a friend, a Boomheimer or anything like that? Anybody you used to hang out with on the side of the street drinking your beers? Nothing like that?
Wait, is Harley a guy or a girl here?
Harley's a guy.
Oh, okay. Well, my apologies. I apologize. I didn't know the name and the voice and the sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
I like this guy. He's got some jokes, so that's good.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I'm sorry.
No, you got some jokes. That's really good. You still haven't answered my question, though. You still sound like this guy. He's something of the king of the hill, and it just sounds so familiar. You got to tell me something there. It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, is he still talking, Chad?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I thought is that a movie? A hill? A king of a hill? What is that?
Yeah, that's what he said. King of the Hill. I think he's.
Is that another movie?
I think he's trying to call you out and say that you are this character named Hank Hill that was on a cartoon TV show.
Because I'll tell you what, you sound.
I am a cartoon character calling into your show?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right then.
Okay. This is a little bizarre. So, Frank, do you want to maybe sometime in the future do another movie review, or I mean, what?
Oh, absolutely, Chad. You know I miss hearing you on the air and the Weasel and everybody. I'd love to call in again sometime if you'll have me.
Well, what I got to say, what prompted you to do this? Quite honestly, I mean, just
the voice on the airwaves. I was tuning in the AM radio. And I heard you, and I thought that you was the Chad and the Weasel 96.2, and I had to call in. That's when I called in the other week.
Well, I will tell you that there isn't. I've never been to New Mexico other than just driving through it, so it's not Chad and the Weasel 96.2, whatever it was. But I'm flattered that you really like the show.
Well, I think it was out of Colorado, actually. It was a sister station or a repeater or something. I don't remember.
Hey, can I ask you?
Up in northern Colorado, northern New Mexico, where I was from, Farmington.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you? Is there a reason why they call Chad the Weasel? Is there any particular reason why? I'm really intrigued by this.
No. I think you misunderstand. The Weasel was his sidekick on the radio back in the day. It was Chad and the Weasel.
Okay.
With the Weasel, that's a whole different story. We don't want to go into that right now, though.
Okay,
you got my word. All right, there you go.
It's a little bizarre. Okay, well, Frank, thank you again for.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure you get your contact info to Gil. And for everyone out there listening, once again, what we're going to do is we're going to put all it up on the Facebook page. You guys vote who you think did the better movie review. And this whole thing is called Harley versus the World. We are showcasing that our movie critic is better than any other movie critic out there. And so any and all challengers can come against Harley. So here's the movie we're going to do. Here's the movie that we're going to do for next week. We are going to do what movie was that, Gil, that you chose for next week?
The movie is Hail Caesar.
Okay, so Hail Caesar. So any of you who want to go up against Harley Quinn and do your movie review against his, you have to go see Hail Caesar, and you have to be willing to call in the air like around 9:30, 9:35, whatever. And if you beat Harley, we'll give you some kind of cool prize aside from being famous. And the deal we made was Harley was if he loses 5 times, he's fired. So, do what was that, Frank?
I said, uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't know you were still on the air there. Okay. But here's the call-in line. If you want to do it, you call Gil and tell him you're in. 602-508-0960. 602-508-0960. Again, thanks to Frank. Thanks to Harley. May the best man win. Go to the Facebook page. You go to Facebook. You search The Straight Scoop with Chadwick Burks. Just go to Facebook in the search type, put The Straight Scoop with Chadwick Burks, and it'll pop right up. And I will have that up there by Monday, so you can start your voting. Voting will close, I guess what, Gil? Saturday morning before the show starts.
Yes.
All right. And there you have it. So, again, thanks both you guys.
Man.
All right. See you later there, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Good talking to you.
All right.
Tell Boomer I said hi.
Wow. All right. Well, there's a lot of negativity going on here, a lot of competition. There we go. So, all right. Back to the wonderful world of mortgages, and we'll see what happens next week.
And that's that. Thank you.
And that's that.